So a week ago Friday, I was sitting here, I was finishing up a video and it was basically done. I had to upload it and do all the things that you have to do right before you put it out and make sure there's no drastic problems with it and type in all the words, and it was ready to go. And for some reason I just decided, I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to put it out. So no sooner did I decide to do that, to wait, and the phone rang. And it was my brother telling me that my mom had passed away, which is something that we had been expecting, but there's just no way to anticipate how you're gonna feel when you actually get that call. And it's the call that you dread your whole life. I mean, my parents were a lot older when they had me. They were 39, on the cusp of 40. And so there's been many years, especially with me living on the other side of the country from them, where I thought this might be the last time I see them. And at some point I'm gonna get that call. It's one of those things that pops into your head and you're like, ugh, that is going to suck. I decided to go on a walk around the block and I could barely walk. I was swaying all over the place. I couldn't keep my balance. And the whole next day went by where I was just kind of in a bit of a stupor and didn't have much to do, so I was able to relax and collect my thoughts and think about her. And then you got to start making plans for the funeral, and in my case go across the country to where the funeral is going to be. So the last thing I was thinking about was the video that I had, and it kind of occurred to me again on that Sunday morning, which was Easter morning, what am I going to do? I need to let people know that this happened, but I wasn't ready to do that. And I'm only just getting to that part now where I could even talk about it and not be like a blubbering idiot. But it's weird how it hits you at different times of the day, where sometimes you feel fine and then all of a sudden it's like a So anyway, I decided to put out the video, even though I wasn't really sure if that was going to be insensitive or not, but it was just one less thing that I was going to be confused about. Needless to say, the whole week following this past week, I haven't really been able to think about any stuff like that. And so I wanted to check in and let everybody know that this major development in my life, and why there's not a new video about some topic or whatever. I don't know if I can make a video right now other than this one. I mean, even this one is probably one of the hardest ones that I've had to do, because I have to talk about a very sensitive subject. But my mother was old, and she basically died of old age. Her quality of life had been gone long ago, and we were just kind of waiting for it to happen. My brothers and sisters that live where she lives on the other side of the country were taking care of her, and it was an extreme burden to them, as well as my siblings that don't live in California. On the Saturday after she passed, I was just kind of watching TV and not paying attention. And I remembered there was this Aretha Franklin Amazing Grace movie that had come out a couple years ago that I really had been wanting to see, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I mean, I've had the album. It's one of my go-tos. It's that album you want to listen to on a Sunday morning when you can't go to church, but you want to have that feeling. So I watched the movie, and it did make me feel better. It gave me that feeling that I was looking for. And so I just want to leave you with a couple clips from this Amazing Grace Aretha Franklin movie. I'll be back. I got some things to go do. I'm gonna try and work on some videos this coming week before I leave for the funeral, but who knows? I don't know. I really don't know what's going on right now. So thank you. Love you, Mom.
songs like, maybe I can photograph that and use that first. You know what I mean? If you go from this into the learning, and then from the learning of the song right into the song, you know what I mean? And build that.
All right.